Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
What's up, Internet? Corey Zamier here. And I'm back with another episode of Weekend Adventures in Video Game Hunting. Let's get right into it. I traded an Unlimited Underground Sea for everything you're going to see. This is the Dreamcast I got from, I think, the first trade with him. I'm going to be doing this video a little bit differently because I'm sick of editing out unsynced clips, so you're just not going to see my face for these. Probably every video this weekend, just trying something different. This was a throw-in from the last trade I did with him. He found the manual to Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. It's pretty cool to have. Let's start with the smaller things. We got Dr. Mario. I loved this game on Game Boy Advance. I had the Classics version. I played the hell out of that during my breaks at work. We also have a game I don't really know anything about, Guerrilla War from SNK. If I get a working working regular Nintendo, I'd like to try that out. Here's another game that I've played, and I actually have to get rid of this one because I already own it. Professor Layton and the Curious Village. Very fun game. I actually have all the games in the series, but I haven't actually beaten the first one yet. I just really love the art style, and level 5 is amazing. Here's Mario Kart 7. I got this very early on in one of my YouTube pickups. I don't even know if I filmed anything about it. Might have been like one of my very first videos, if anything. I got it cart only, and I ended up playing a bit of it and then selling it on eBay in an effort to get the box complete version, and I just never got around to it, so I'm very happy to have this now. Here's another game that I already have. It's Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo. It's got a little bit of writing on it, but I gotta just see if this is in better condition than the one I already have, and then figure out which one I'm getting rid of. And it also came with the manual, which is in very nice condition. Then we got WarioWare Inc., boxed complete for the Game Boy Advance. Not really familiar with these games, but it looks like it's a whole bunch of mini games. Really fun, I hope. Here's a game I'm going to get rid of just because I don't want to break my Xbox 360 controller, and that's Dark Souls. Apparently, like, the toughest game of this generation. At least that's what I hear. Now we're getting into the heavy hitters of this trade. We got 25th Anniversary Super Mario All-Stars for the Wii. In very nice condition. It had tape on here. He had opened it, but he hadn't removed the tape. I tried to remove the tape, used a blow dryer to try and loosen the adhesive. Didn't work out so well. A little bit of damage, but still very nice condition overall. Now this box for this next game that I just almost dropped, Kirby's Adventure. I have not played many Kirby games, definitely not for the Nintendo, but this box is in pretty much perfect condition. Like, I probably did more damage to it than it had on it before, just by opening it up to see if it had everything, and to see, you know, what condition everything was in. Looking forward to adding this to my collection. This is really cool. And here's the crown jewel of this trade. Super Mario Kart, boxed complete for the Super Nintendo. The box is a little dinged up. Two places mainly. Some normal wear in other places. But this is the only probably good game I have box complete for the Super Nintendo, and I'm very excited to have it. Part of the trade was I actually gave him my Player's Choice cart only one in exchange for this. So this is the regular, original version. So it's very cool. Let's hope I have some more luck this weekend. Alright, Internet. It's Saturday morning, my favorite time of the week, probably. And we're going to set some goals for this weekend. I saw this on Retro Hunters. I was going through some old YouTube channels. I guess they're not really active anymore, but they always would set objectives. And I'm going to set goals. My goal for this weekend, I'm going to shoot for the stars here, is to find a working Nintendo top loader. I know, right? And very specific here also, a jungle green working Nintendo 64 with 2 matching controllers and the expansion pack. Let's see what we get. Alright, Internet. Look at this pile of awesomeness that we've assembled. It's now Saturday. This is Friday and Saturday, and a surprise at the end. Still have to go out tomorrow. Hopefully find some more games. But look at this. Just a quick overview. It's a pretty good week so far. Started out on Friday. Some tag sales before work. For Genesis, I got Sonic the Hedgehog 3, complete, good condition, tested, it works. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters for the Genesis. I just picked up the Super Nintendo version. I actually tried to play the Super Nintendo version today, and it so far is not working, so kind of upset about that. Only paid $2.50 for it, but this one I actually haven't tested, but that's because I just tested the Genesis really quick right before that, and I tested that with Sonic 3. So I'll test this soon after. Very excited to have this. I like the one with the Raphael cover anyway. You know, it's cooler. Then we got a sealed New Super Mario Bros. 2 guide for the 3DS, which is pretty cool. For all those 3 things, I got all those for $10. They wanted 5 on the guide, 5 on Tournament Fighters, and 3 on Sonic, so they gave me a little bit of a deal. Next, this morning, I had a really, really good start to the day. Like I talked about my goals for today. I did not meet any of those goals yet this weekend, but still did really, really good at the first tag sale. The first tag sale today, we got complete Sonic Riders, which looks really, really cool. Even if this game isn't good, like, look how badass this cover looks. This game looks badass. We also got Wario Land Shake It, one of the few Wii games that I'm actually looking forward to playing. I really am not a big fan of the Wii, because I don't like motion controls, I don't like gimmicks, you know. I obviously don't like gimmicks. And apparently the only gimmicky part of this is you have to shake the controller for fun and profit. Yeah. Also at that tag sale, I got this. A Star Trek and Star Wars fan, so this was really cool. It's the Star Trek Motion Pictures DVD collection. He was getting rid of this because he just got these on Blu-ray, I guess. He had this listed at 10. I don't know what he originally listed the games at because I bundled a whole bunch of stuff together. I had this, Muppets Take Manhattan, the Muppets movie, and there's also some stuff I can't show because it's actually a gift for my mother, and I didn't want to bring it into the house. That's seasons 1 through 8 of Smallville, which is pretty cool. And for all that, at that first tag sale, I spent, I think it was $35. So I got 2 movies, complete movie set for Star Trek, 2 games, and 8 seasons of an awesome show. That seems pretty good. Now, then the day took a little bit of a dip. We got Kingdom Hearts 2 for PlayStation 2. I spent $5 on this because I traveled all the way out to get it. It was one of the tag sales that I had highlighted as being excited about going to because it listed video games, and this is really not in the best condition. I intend to keep this for myself if it works, but I can't open it. But there's a lot of scratching on the disc, and it's really kind of shiny when I have the camera on it. So I still don't have Kingdom Hearts 1 complete. I got rid of the one that I found that was incomplete, so I still need to see Kingdom Hearts 1, or to play it, I guess. Where do I go next? My room's even more of a disaster than it usually is because I've been kind of mining through this room, this mess that I have in here. because we're getting ready for a tag sale eventually. And I basically have had to, like, cut a path through this room to to unearth things, and I've unearthed some things. Like guides and shit. Original PlayStation 2 manual, stuff like that. Some other stuff I'm looking to get rid of, you know. Alright, so next we went to a tag sale. They were selling lemonade and stuff, but for 50 cents I got Cars 2. We haven't seen this yet, so that's pretty cool. It's a good deal. We got Mirror's Edge for the 360 complete. The back is a little, you can see here, seems like it was like kind of like has water damage, but the disc is in really good condition. They only asked for $2 for it, which is really cool. It's funny because it's the mother like calling out all the prices on the things, and every time I heard her call out a price on something of his, he's just like, "Oh, my childhood," which this isn't really that old, so I don't really get why he'd say that. Alright, we got a working Sega Genesis Model 2, my favorite model for the Sega Genesis. Not too big, not too small, and it's not in bad condition. It's a little dusty. I cleaned off some of the gunk that it had on it right up here. The controller that came with it is a little gross. It's got some sticky stuff on the cord, but everything works fine. I might have to replace the RF cable because I think it might have a little problem with sound, because a few times when I was playing the sound cut out, so I had to reset it. But finally I have a working Genesis. Very happy. That's especially with all the Genesis games I got this week, which leads me into this. I went and visited the flea market, and I got Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition for the Sega Genesis. Complete. I spent $5 on this. It's pretty cool. Not really sure if that's a good buy or not. And wait, what's this? What on earth? Is this a Super Nintendo Mini? Complete in box? Alright, internet. I would love to tell you that I found the Super Nintendo Mini at a tag sale for like $5, complete in box, but it's actually an eBay purchase. Throwing it at the end of this. It was only, I think I won it for like $70. This was right after I got the working for Nintendo at that tag sale. Very happy to have it. And I also got this game, Clay Fighter, for about $5 on eBay. It's got some sticky residue that I have to get rid of, but this looks like a pretty badass fighter. Awesome graphics, or awesome animations. It is Sunday. We have a profitable haul today, actually. Personally, I don't think it looks like much, but like the games are kind of garbage. We got Xbox, we got Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, and for PlayStation 2 we got Hitman Contracts. Both are complete. This case is wrecked. Oh, I just dropped everything. This is like torn. And the same tag sale. These two PlayStation 2s, there's two of them, spoiler alert. Two PlayStation 2s, one of them is missing the front disc tray, like usual. I find PlayStation 2s like that all the time. But they still sell for the same amount, so. They wanted, it was actually the same family that I got Left 4 Dead 2 from, and she wanted $30 a PlayStation 2. I looked at all of her games. She had mostly sports titles and these two mediocre titles, and I talked her down. I offered $25. She said she could let it all go because she wanted to get rid of it for $30, so I took that. I figured these go for about $40 on eBay each, and maybe keep the games. The games aren't worth anything, basically, so they're basically throw-ins. Had a lot of misses at a lot of tag sales, and then we finally got to one that I stumbled upon by accident. And now this, I don't know if you could really see how bad condition this is. This is a Game Boy Advance SP, flame red, I believe. And it is absolutely trashed. I almost didn't even ask what they wanted for it. It does power on. I don't know if it has a charge left, but it does power on. Sound works. Inside isn't nearly as bad. It's got some sticky residue on like the screen. I don't know what that's from. It could be cleaned off. Gonna be getting rid of that on eBay. I wouldn't keep something this beat up for myself, but she said, give me $1 and it's yours. So I was just like, whatever. $1 for a Game Boy Advance SP. Whatever. You know? Whatever. So we went to the Southington flea market after that, and they had this stack of anime, which is the thin packs for Gungrave and Gantz Season 1 and Season 2. I've watched Gungrave. I actually like this anime a lot. I actually have... I don't know if it's visible because my room is a mess. No, it's hidden behind something. I actually have the individual DVDs that I got as part of a sale way back in the day, like maybe 4 years ago. And this case is kind of falling apart. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But I asked them how much they wanted for their box sets. I didn't want to specify what one, or what, you know, hint them off to what it was, if they didn't know somehow. And it was an old woman. She's just like, $5 for all the box sets. And we're just like, that's not a bad deal for, you know, entire series, 2 entire series of anime. Like back in the day, this would have been like what, $60, $60. That's like $180 I got for 5. So yeah. Alright, we also went to, I say we again, I also went to a video game store, retro video game store called Retro Games Plus down in, I believe, Westport, Connecticut. I saw that they listed up an ad on Craigslist which brought them to my attention, but I've heard of them before. Decided to give them a try, ride out there. It was like an hour to get there, an hour to get back. And I really couldn't find anything I was too interested in, and I ended up getting, as a consolation purchase, regular Nintendo for about $50. I know, not very impressive. Not a good price either, but I went all the way out there. I needed to come back with something, and I really have a lot of Nintendo games that I want to play, and I need a Nintendo that works, and I don't have that. And I'm not going to meet the goal today of finding the top loader, then have one of those. And I didn't meet the weekend goal either, the other one I set for the Nintendo 64 in the Jungle Green. But there's always next week, so let's keep on hunting.
You big dummy!